In the next financial year, the government has allocated 5.1 trillion shillings towards the operations of the local governments in the country, and it expects to collect 238.5 billion shillings in taxes from the urban authorities. In several fora, local government administrators have urged the central government to let them plan for the revenues they collect from within their areas instead of sending it to the central treasury. At that point, district authorities request for the same money to run their activities. In the next financial year, for example, some cities like Arua will receive 41 billion shillings, Fort Portal 28 billion, Gulu 48 billion, Jinja 47 billion, among other allocations for the cities. Among municipalities, Nansana was allocated 27 billion shillings, Mukono 21 billion shillings, Kasese 30 billion shillings, and other municipalities. Among districts, Adjumani will likely receive 42 billion shillings, Bundibujo 36 billion shillings, Kabarole 26 billion shillings, Isinjiro 50 billion shillings, Jinja and Iganga each 43 billion shillings. Kasese district is set to receive 78 billion shillings, while Mukono will get 57 billion shillings in the next financial year. The president of Uganda Local Government Association, Rwabuhinga, says they collect less revenue because the juicy businesses are all under URA.
So all the lucrative taxes have been taken over by central government through Uganda Revenue Authority. So what we remain with are residue taxes, like Nguli tax, trading license. That's why you see it makes about a miserable 4% of the national budget.
He says the revenues collected and remitted to central government take long before they are disbursed back to local governments.
Especially the trade and marketing, the community-based services, the operations of council. Those ones are costed under the local revenue. And any delays within this process of getting back the local revenue, of having it remitted back, affects the operations of council, affects service delivery in this country.
Some members of parliament say that the local government should be allowed to use the revenues collected to enhance service delivery.
There is a problem of sending IPFs, indicative planning figures, to districts, and then they send different amounts. At times there is a mismatch.
We want decentralization to work. We must be able to empower these local governments for them to be able to operate.
The leaders say even accountability issues can be handled at the local government levels, since there is even a challenge of accountability even in central government.
Of course, yes, they have got to be accountable ultimately, but let's allow them some freedom, okay? Let's allow them some space to be able to do work, to collect revenue, and be able to develop themselves.
How do we build their capacity? Because budgeting is about income and expenditure. Do they correct? How do they spend? And they have limitations. They are safety nets.
Recently, the Minister for Local Government, Raphael Majez, asked lawmakers to amend the Public Finance Management Act to mandate local governments to appropriate local revenues in accordance with the Constitution, the Local Government Act, and the Policy on Decentralization. Juma Kidia, NTV.